Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 for some more racing. I'm not sure what's going on over here, although I feel like that is about normal for the start of one of these events. What has happened here? We've just piled a bunch of Mustangs in a corner and for some reason Ewan's parked on top of everybody. I'm not quite sure what's happened. Boop. We're going to try and help. No, for some reason we're blocking in... I'm not even sure. Hyper, maybe? One of the purple cars. There's a jump starter! There's a sneaky Ewan! There's a sneaky Ewan's had a crash immediately! Oh, and I've had a bump with Impega. Ewan made the worst... Oh dear! Oh dear, we managed to murder Lado and Chris trying to get out of the way of that one. Sorry. We got turned, and me trying to get my car out of the middle of traffic. Unfortunately, I was holding the brake to try and stop myself from being rotated any further, but of course this is GTA. When you hold the brake when you slow down, you go in reverse, and I reversed across in front of everybody. So that didn't really work. Ewan's jump start was the most ineffective jump start I've ever seen, immediately hitting the first corner. I don't know if somebody's taken Ewan out yet. We were too busy pointing the wrong way. So things have gone marvellously for us. That is the worst jump start I have ever seen. And that's impressive coming from us lot, to be honest. I'm sure someone's going to beat it in the next video, or whenever. Regardless, yes. Oh, that's a scary corner. That's continuing to be a scary corner, and Lado's visited a TV set. You don't say that very often in a GTA race. Even for GTA and us lot, that's a rare sentence. That corner was horrifically difficult. Well, I say difficult. Oh, just one of those tiny corners. Lado's trying to murder us, and Chris has had an accident as well. Chris has crashed in sympathy. We've had a really bad start to this race. It can only get better. I feel like we are at this point. Things can only improve for us. We're 13th. We have Slipstream and Catch. I've not done any of my usual intro bump for this. We've just gone straight into mayhem. We have the Slipstream and Catch Up turned on, so if you have a terrible first lap, there's a chance you'll actually still be able to be involved in the race by the end of it. And thankfully, all of our bad luck has happened on this first lap. It can only improve, really. Fingers crossed, that is. Let's not do too much to curse the commentator. This track, actually, so far, is pretty good, I have to say. It is a bit bumpy in places. I mean, it's a street circuit, which is fine. Just some cars will get caught out on the bumps. That's just how the roads are around here. Oh, well, there's a Ewan. So Ewan has been involved in crashes, and the jump start has been rectified. For some reason, I don't seem to have nameplates working. That is always annoying. I don't know why, but there we go. That is GTA for you. Can we catch up to the back of the next group? We can get into the slipstream of one group. It'll hopefully pull us towards it. Kind of a little bit of a two-car breakaway at the front going on. We will try and not do anything dumb through here. Oh, there's a wheeling Angus! And our bad luck has continued. He's just determined that we are not going to make it into the top 10 here. I mean, we made a call on that one. I don't think I could have really done much about it. Right, this corner here was one of the horrible ones. It's just kind of a blind tightening radius corner. But yeah, kind of had to make a call and hope that their car didn't get in our way, or hope that we could ping it clear or something. It's just never going to happen, sadly. We've got a great run down here. Will Chris? No, or maybe. I chickened out of it because I wasn't sure if I was going to get squeezed into the wall or not. I think Chris might have known we were there. I think there was actually space for us, but it was going to be really close. So, yeah, we played it a little bit safe. It's Impega and Ninetails are up at the front. Okay, perhaps unsurprising. We're battling over this 10th position. We can do better than this. Chris got a huge slipstream pull down there and has had a bump with Angus, and we've been really slow off the corner. Oh, come on, slipstream. Do not let Angus run away. God damn it. This has gone poorly. It's gone very badly. We're going to get a good run down here. Now, we might make this pass stick. It's going to be a difficult one. Angus, in the end, concedes the position. We are through. We're up into a 12th spot. If we can, again, get in the slipstream of the cars ahead, if we can get in the slipstream and just keep working our way forward, we can salvage something. It's not going to be a win. As I said, you can recover from one mistake at the start, but when you've had this bad a start, there's only so much. Only so much you can do. Chris thought about the pass there. Was not going to work. We have a good run, but we're going to run out of slipstream here. Indeed we are. That's fine. We'll fall back into line. Hopefully behind Lado. It's not really wanting to give us any, is it? Nope. Game has just decided no slipstream for us. Lado's going to run very wide. We should maybe be able to make this pass stick, especially if we can get in the draft off the back of Chris's car, which we do. Not quite as well as we would have liked, but I will take it. Don't hit that. That's a horrible bit of wall there. That's so easy to get into trouble. I mean, we've already seen cars out wide there, but yeah. Right, we're 11th. Come on, top 10, and then maybe top 5? That's ambitious, I think, with the gaps at the moment. How far is it? Okay, the leaders are 10 seconds up the road. It's sort of 4 or 5 seconds to the next group. That might be possible if me and Chris can manage to not crash into each other, which, considering how this race has gone, is probably not going to happen. We can see the next group and we've got a couple of laps. Chris, let's not crash into each other, and let's work our way forward, and let's ignore the signs. Glad I didn't even build this track. Oh, we're going to run side by side, not going to be able to do anything. Right, there is a group of cars. If they can fight each other and slow each other down, hopefully that will mean me, Chris, Ewan can all catch up. It's probably ambitious, but you never know. Ewan's going to run wide. I thought Chris was going to go drive into the pillars around there, but did not. We're just buzzing around looking for a way past. I can't seem to get myself in a position to pass at the moment. Oh, bloody hell, that's a tough chicane, actually. You carry a lot of speed on the way in, but it doesn't always quite work out. No, we didn't have enough of a slingshot to get that pass completed. We seem to like fall back and do not really get a good... I mean, we kind of fell back a little bit. I was kind of hoping the draft was going to drag us with Chris more than it did. It just didn't really seem to want to do very much to my car. Through there, up towards the sketchy corner we come. Oh, way too fast by me. Not as bad as you had made it through there, but still a little bit too fast. That group is not that far away. If I could just stop making silly... I'm not making small errors. I mean, a lot of the initial mayhem was out of my control. Unfortunately, subsequent errors have just been a little bit made by me. And then we get like a car that's just not far enough away to really give us any draft. And then it just gets pinged along behind Ewan, and I don't really get much of a tow. We've got one more lap to go. All of us are in the wall. There's a very big group of cars, actually not that far away from it. We can see Pega up there at the front. If that group has a crash, we're in with a chance of picking up some places. It's not going to be many. The top 10 is going to be very close together, I think, by the end of this lap, potentially. We know someone's going to make a mistake. It could be Stevie. That's one place for us. Yeah, we know that group is unlikely to remain civil throughout the whole final lap. It's normally a safe bet. There's going to be some touring car action here. Might be some touring car action in front of us. There is. Level 8 slow off the corner. Is that Ninetales as well? It might well be. We're going to get 3 cars in one corner. Thank you very much. Come on, get in the draft. Get in the draft. Don't screw me over now, GTA. Be kind. Be kind to... No, there's still not really much of a draft. For God's sake, GTA. Why have you... You arsehole of a game. I mean, we had a bad start and it's just got worse. Like, it's just the game decided, this is the race where you are going to have a bad time. And continue to have a bad time. We're going to give you slipstream in the middle of the corner, but not down the really long straight, where it would have been really bloody useful. And I think everyone has put their paint on that wall at some point in this race. Now, can we get a draft down this section? Not that this is actually a particularly long straight. Maybe we can get something. We pulled a little bit of a gap back to Ewan. Ninetales has got a place there, but it's only one. Come on, give us the mega draft. Here we go. Sneak our way up to the front pack. Unfortunately, this is the final corner of the race. We're 3 wide heading around the final corner. Can we get a good run to the line? It's not going to be enough to do anything better than 7th, I don't think. However, we were a lot closer to the front of the race than I was expecting. There's no way I would have expected to have made it that far up after the horrific start we had. Yeah, we ended up 7th. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse in that. And we got fastest lap of the race. Probably because we had a lot of slipstream going on. 33.5. The only one in the 33s, I think. It was, yeah, quite a good race. It took a while for us to get going. We did not have the best of starts. However, by the end, we worked our way up quite nicely. So, we move on to our second race around here. Looks like it might rain. That could be interesting. We've got the Jester RR. These were good fun to race last time. We took them out. Fingers crossed we have a little bit better time of it than we did before. Lado's got a good start. We're going to have to give some space into turn 1. Hopefully these will be a little better on the bumps. We've got a good run off of that corner. I didn't There wasn't a huge amount of space though, so we figured I'd just fall into line and be a little bit safer. Brazen's out wide. It's just about going to make that corner, but it really was a just about sort of a moment. We've got an amazing run there. Oh no. We had an amazing run. We threw the car into the corner, a little bit too much speed, and oh, that's a lot of cars in one place. Bloody hell, we've got bounced around and all that. We've come out of it okay. Maybe it's not going to rain. The sun is coming out a little bit. You never know what you're going to get with the GTA 5 weather in some of these races. It makes it interesting. You do genuinely never know what you're going to find. That's going to be a really big crash. Ugh. I can see that one coming and there's nothing I can do about it. And the worst thing is when your cars get connected like that, there is literally nothing you can do about it. Not in that shorter a space of time. I mean, yes, what you do is you don't want the contact in the first place, but sometimes that's not always an option. Sometimes it happens by accident, you don't realise a car is there, and yeah, I could see what was going on, but there is no chance that they can avoid it. Thankfully, we did have the time to avoid it. We've got a really good run. We're just going to push in Pega, just make sure we can get past Ewan there. Purple car is going to have a look to the outside, gets a big kick of oversteer, and that will be us past, or I guess keep the position. Good slipstream down here. The whole pack is going to come and join us, though, at this point. Jump on the brakes for... That always looks like a tighter corner than... Well, it looks like a tighter corner than it is, but it is still a relatively technical turn, and it's not a big run to the finish line. We get an amazing secondary kind of part of that straight. Oh, that's very close. That was asking for trouble between me and I think Ninetales. Well, certainly one of the red cars. That is not a gap that's going to last very long. Might be Danger Man, I'm not sure. They've got a huge amount of tow up there and are going to just about hold on. Almost ended up in the concrete barriers there. We're out wide. I could just see a sliding Ewan heading towards us and like, well, I think we're going to have to give some room through that one. Oh, I was actually trying to set up for a good run up here, and then the purple car had a look. Still not really getting any slipstream. There's a level 8 having a crash. I was busy trying to get draft and wasn't paying attention to the cars further in the distance and very nearly ended up just driving into level 8. I didn't see that till the last second. However, we did not. That is always important. We're going to go 3 wide in front of us. Shall we make it 4 wide? No, let's not make it 4 wide. Okay, did not get... That was a really funky line. Did not get it right at all. Oh, and Longbow has turned up. That's why you don't put 4 cars into that sort of space of the circuit. Ewan's got together with Impega, and we will say thank you for all of those gifted positions. It was very kind of them. They all just lined up on the outside having a crash, and we could mind our own business and not be involved in it whatsoever. Can we get... I mean, we should be up there. Who is it? Danger Man is the one leading the race at the moment. We should stay within the fight. Ah, and here comes that rain. Just going to make it interesting. These cars, I believe, can bump draft, so we will give Danger Man a push towards the first corner because I've not got much other option at that point. And I know there's a purple car taking a look to the inside. We get a good run off the corner. You can stick it out wide through there, but not really got anywhere to go with it at the moment. Impega is going to look for that. I'm going to cut back and try and get both of them, which we do. Much better run up the hill for us. I will take that position from them. We will now lead the race, but still about 7 or 8 of cars in this lead group, I should think. Maybe not quite, actually. There's a big chunk of cars around. Of course, Slipstream's barely working for me. However, I'm sure it's going to give them a massive tow down this next straight, because that is how it has seemed to be. And it's going to go to the left-hand side. We will give it space. Oh, they've had a very big crash behind us. That's fine. Well, one of the cars, I think it was Chris, I'm not sure. Didn't really see it for long enough to know what colour it was that pinged off. It is getting considerably worse, the weather, shall we say. So, in GTA, I mean, the rain doesn't make the biggest difference in the world, but it does make a difference. These aren't the worst cars for it. This track surface, it's only a little bit of that. So there is one of the stunt props that the surface is very, very low grip. We drove across it, but only very briefly. This stuff here is fine. Well, I mean, it's going to be lower grip when it's this wet, but it's nothing too bad. Danger Man has made a mistake somewhere. I was expecting there to be a red car on the inside there, and it just wasn't. I don't know what happened, but it vanished. I'm giving some space on the inside if somebody went for a dive. I don't think they did. They're all squabbling amongst themselves. Now, that is good news for me. Well, it would be good news if this was the final lap of the race. It isn't, unfortunately. Oh, we're going to sit in the middle of the road there. That was kind of a nothing line from me. I was expecting these cars to be faster than the Mustangs. Lap times are actually not... Okay, yeah, we are the leader and everything, but we're actually not quite as quick around here as I was expecting. That's got a bit of oversteer through there. They're all back to being a bit more spread out behind us. Again, that's fine. In these weather conditions, that's probably good. Purple car's going to look to the outside. Not sure you're going to make that pass stick at the moment. It's just not quite the grip for that to work. We'll probably slipstream us down here if it can get a good run off of the corner, which I would be surprised if it didn't. It is, yeah, this is about the worst, as bad a weather condition as you get in GTA 5. What side is it going to go? You're going to go to the outside. Whoa! And Pega carries all of the slipstream to the inside and will take the lead of the race. Oh, turning, not turning, not turning, really not turning, really no grip out there. That's the surface you do not want to be on. So yeah, if you wander a little wide through this section, you're in so much trouble because it is the low grip surface. We've got a great run here. We're going to get past Ninetales. Oh, that was very close. That was very close. That was even more trouble for Hyper. Yeah, we threw it up the inside and we could make one part of it. The problem is I just don't know what level of grip we've got with the car. Because, I mean, the track's changed almost every lap now as we've come around here. So we're sort of figuring out as we're going. Figured we would have the grip to get away with it, and the answer was only just. Hyper ran in way too deep through there. I was actually expecting Brazen to have a dive, but they changed their mind on that one. Okay, and we're in fourth. The lead three are not so far away. Purple car is going to again have a big dive. Is not going to make it stop though, so we will retake our fourth place. That one is Stevie, sorry, that we're racing with. Oh, come on. Get change direction through here. It bobbles and is all sorts of horrible through that section. I mean, I'm kind of glad I have this, not the muscle car, for the rain round, if you will. The muscle car on these bumps would be sketchy as anything. Thankfully, this is not actually too bad. We've actually not done a bad job of catching up to the top group. As soon as we stop fighting, it really isn't so bad. I know we're not going to have Slipstream be an arsehole again, because it's just one of those days for us. Down here. Oh no, this time it seems to be working for us, despite us not really being all that close. We've just got a huge run, nowhere to go with it. Almost lost the back end in the braking zone. It's fine. Ewan is going to find there's not much grip out there. Does just about get away with it. Okay, Ewan is on a funky line through there. That's going to be a crash. Again, one of those I could see what was happening, but there's nothing I can do about it. Hoping, I was expecting Ewan to be just slow off of the corner, but as it turned out, it was not an ideal line and was a little too late on the brakes. Can we get some draft? No, we are a little bit too far back. And this one, Ewan is going to get to the inside. That's fine. We'll leave the space down there. I don't actually want to fight that manoeuvre particularly. I'd rather let Ewan pass so we can get a good slipstream down here. Although Ewan sliding off the corner is not what we needed. We're going to get a slipstream off the back of Impega. We can have a look to the inside at the first corner. We will take the lead of the race. Oh, God, it all got a little bit dicey there. We have made it work. Is you going to have a look? We'll give some space in case there was a half attempt. Thankfully, there wasn't. Car really seems to struggle through that. The lead car is really slow through that section. The catch-up seems to really murder it. Something's on shooting around the outside. Can Ewan stop it for that corner? Only just. We nearly end up at the side of Impega. I took a big lift through that corner as well. It's getting very busy in these awful conditions. Can we get a good run down here? I think we can. Just what are we going to do with said run? Is there going to be any space for an orange car? There isn't, and I don't really want to try and push a car. That's not a particularly good straight. So you're kind of dealing with bumps and slight curve. You don't want to push a car in these conditions on a bit of road like that. It's just going to lead to a spin, or you're going to end up actually slow yourself down more. We were all having to be patient a little bit through here. Ninetales is back with us. We've got a great run here, but I've just got nowhere to go with it. And Pega's got some speed. He's also going to run into a similar issue. It's all going to be nose to tail through there. I think we've got one more time around, if I have counted my laps correctly. We're to the outside. Oh, bloody hell. We are to the outside through here. And we will run in the draft. Ninetales is through the middle and will take the lead of the race. As far as setting this up for a run to the finish line goes, I mean, we're in a great place this time around, and Pega gave us a really big push out of the final corner. Who knows what's going to happen, because basically everyone's here. Danger Man is to the inside, we get bumped a little bit, we end up inside of him. Pega, Ewan's going to go for a pass. It's 4 wide into the first kind of chicane section that we somehow survived. Everyone was thankfully aware that we were 4 wide in that madness, and didn't shut the door. This is ridiculous stuff. Oh, not going to make that corner. There was a bailing out of that one. Brazen's going to murder somebody. Brazen with way too much slipstream. Oh dear. Yeah, that was a big slipstream. I suspect Brazen probably hasn't had that much of a draft at any point in this race and had no idea when to try and slow that car down. And the answer was earlier than Brazen tried there. Purple car to the inside is moving around, is going to give us some grief. Purple car is going to struggle to stop that in time. Does get away with it, but only just through all of that. Impega is leading. We've got a few more corners to go. There's a couple more chances for overtakes. There is a couple more good chances for overtakes as well in this. I'm not sure who it is in front of us. If it's Danger Man or Ninetales. With the lighting, I'm struggling to tell the tone of red. I got a big slide through there. It is Ninetales. Okay. We have got, I mean, this next straight is a good place for slipstream, but then you have got the run to the line, and who knows where you want to be for the run to the line. I still think you kind of want to be in first if you can be. We've got a huge run, but we're going to be on the wrong line here. We're going to be around the outside. Can we get past Impega on this run to the line? No, Ninetales is going to get both of us. Ninetales comes from third to win it. We could not do anything in that fight, unfortunately. That was a great race. Yeah, it's always ambitious trying to go around the outside at that final corner, and I just couldn't get the draft in the end. Ninetales sets fastest lap of the race, but that was one hell of a battle up there. I mean, yeah, the top car's covered by not very much. What, 0.3 of a second between all that? It was basically nose to tail across the line. That was good fun. That was a great race. Slightly gutted we couldn't have won, of course, but still, yeah, that was very, very good fun. And the rain, I always like the random changeable weather conditions, definitely made it interesting, that's for sure. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. As ever, thank you all very much for watching, and thank you to Pone for building that wonderful circuit. That shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.